or welcome back to my channel. My name is Janati, and for those of you who are new here, I'm an international student here in the US and I'm in grad school for physical therapy. So I thought I'd show you how I study for an exam. Mind you, it took me a long time to get down my study method. Like when I first started grad school, it was like really hard for me because my undergrad degree was in biology and business, so it was like nowhere close to physical therapy. So even though the study methods I did use in undergrad were helpful then, it didn't really translate when I was in grad school. And the fact that I had close to no background in exercise science or anatomy or anything related to the human body made it really hard for me to get good grades at the beginning. So this is how I study now, and this is what's helped me. And honestly, like if you look at my grades from like the start of PT school and now, like there's a huge jump only because I figured out what my study method was and I changed what I needed to change in order to get here. So just like motivation to all the grad students out there who like are struggling, trust me, just change your study method, find the one that works best for you, and you can do it. Like if I can do it, anyone can do it, like honestly. So yeah, so that's why I thought hopefully I can help at least one person with this video, right? Like this is what worked for me, and I watched a lot of YouTube videos to figure out like what people are doing to see what I can improve in my study methods, because clearly it wasn't working for me. So honestly, YouTube did help me a lot. So I was hoping to do the same for someone. And mind you, like just because this works for me, it doesn't mean it'll work for everybody. Everyone's study method is different. First one is me going through the lecture itself and writing the lecture notes into my notes. So like in a way, putting it in a format that makes sense to me. And I know this is very time consuming, and I know like some people may not have the time or energy to do this, but this is what has helped me, because I've realized that I'm someone who like needs to go through the content 3-4 times for it to even like register in my head, right? And everyone is different. There are people in my class who like listen to it in class in lecture and they get it, but I'm not like that, and I understand that. So I have to like really go through stuff 3-4 times, and this is what helps me, where I've like figured out a way to go through the content 3-4 times. For second step, what I do is I read my notes out loud and highlight the things that are important. It's important for me to read my notes out loud because sometimes if I'm just like reading it in my mind tends to get diverted. So the third thing that I do is I go ahead and dump all my thoughts into one piece of paper. So like I've gone through it once, I've gone through it twice. So at this time I have like a decent understanding of what's happening. So what I try to do is active recall. I go ahead and dump everything that I can remember on one piece of paper, right? And the lecture might be 30-40 pages long, but I'm trying to consolidate for what's important with the red, and then I correct myself. And that's on the paper for me to go and refer back to later, which I'll talk about more in the end. Fourth step is to do Quizlets as often as I can. So mind you, like in grad school, you'll have a lecture today, tomorrow, day after, and you'll have an exam on that in 4 days. So you basically have little to no time because you're taking 4 to 5 classes at a time. At least in my program, we're taking 4 to 5 classes at a time. We're in class 8 a.m. to 4 or 5 p.m. So there's not that much time to study. And what's helped me is like trying to find chunks of time during the day where I can review the content as frequent as possible. Go through the Quizlets. This helps me, 1, with active recall. 2, it also helps me keep in touch with the content on a more frequent basis. So, because like I said, I'm someone who needs to look at the content 3 to 4 times for it to even stick in my head, right? So that's what this technique helps me with. And lastly, number 5, I put the file or the lecture onto ChatGPT, and I give ChatGPT a prompt saying, oh, give me NPTE style questions for this lecture. And then once it gives like, I'll be like, oh, 20 or 30 questions. And once it gives those questions, I see like what the pattern like of the ones I got right and wrong are. And I'm like, okay, if I got a lot of mistakes in one particular section, I'll be like, okay, focus the questions on these sections. So this helps me understand, oh, what kind of questions are going to show up, but also like what my point of weakness is and what I need to focus on. And lastly, step number 6 is on the day of exam itself. What I do is I wake up early in the morning, right? I know this might not work for everybody, but this is what works for me. I wake up early in the morning and like 2 to 3 hours before the exam. So I'm like a little awake when I actually go take the exam, but also remember those like consolidated quick sheets that I've made. So I go through those. So now I have like a quick sheet I can look at, so I don't have to go through the lectures and find what's important. And in the quick sheet, I know what I need to focus on because it's in red, the ones that I couldn't remember then, right? So this is what has helped me all throughout PT school. And I hope this helps at least one person. And remember, if you're in your grad school journey, or even if you're in undergrad and you feel like, oh my God, what did I sign up for, know that this is where you're meant to be. It's hard, it's not easy. If it's easy, everyone would be doing it, but you got this. And I believe in everybody out there trying to, I don't know, do better for themselves and like trying to achieve their goals. You got this. And so let me know if you have any questions. Hope this video helps, and I'll see you again in another video. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon to be notified when I post more videos. Thank you. Bye.